What's going on, guys? It's your boy Diabolic here, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare rank play. So the way that this system works is a little bit different than Black Ops 2. In this version of the game, what you're actually going to be doing is playing 100 points worth of actual ranked play. Now once you hit those 100 points, then you're going to need to win at least 66% of your matches, which means you need to win 2 out of 3 matches in order to rank up to the next division. Not currently sure if that stays the same for all divisions. However, you have 3 different types that you can actually run into when you're playing your matches. Now, what you're going to see is a favored matchup, an unfavored matchup, and an even matchup. Now, if you wind up in the even matchup, you're going to be winning 20 points if you win your game. If you wind up in the favored matchup, you're only going to get about 15. And if you wind up in the unfavored matchup, you're going to receive 25. This can help you progress, but it's also going to hinder from how well you can do during the game. So, if you're in the unfavored matchup, prepare to have teammates that aren't really sure what they're doing, don't really have the best gun skill. You're kind of going to need to be more of who's relied on once you get into that scenario. In this hard point here, what I wound up noticing was I was in the unfavored matchup. So what I did was I just went ahead and played Slayer for my teammates and let them run the objective. So you're going to see I don't drop the best KD in this game. But we do come out on top, and that's pretty good right there. Now this here is only one of my first games on ranked play so far. I almost made it to Silver Division, however I did wind up in multiple unfavored matchups, which didn't really make it that easy for me to continue my progression up to the Silver Division. I'm still kind of in the testing stages to see whether or not I like this. Now in Black Ops 2 I was primarily a league play player. I held Master Division for most of the time that I played. And I did really enjoy it. Treyarch did a great job with that game. They did a great job implementing the spawn system, as well as a great job balancing the guns. Now, in this game, most people are kind of already familiar with it, but the BAL is kind of overpowered. I say that mostly because the gun's fire rate increases as you continue to fire. So when you wind up in a favorable spot against the opponents, and you just kind of continue to lay down fire, by the time that third person gets to you and you wind up in a triple kill scenario, your gun's firing faster than a submachine gun rate. Now once you get into a medium range, this gun can pretty much take precedence over any other weapon that you may be using at the time. So I do recommend using the BAL in more of a competitive standpoint. I think that it's kind of the weapon that you want to be more used to at this current time. But I'm definitely hoping this Sledgehammer does a little bit of work with this to help the submachine guns get more onto the circuit. Game modes like CTF and game modes like Hardpoint, where you need an anchor or you need an objective player. In Hardpoint it works well to use the BAL because you can kind of sit back, you can pick people off from a distance. And another thing that I noticed about this game is you kind of spawn in groups. You don't have an anchor that works well for you. You kind of spawn as a group, so if your whole team's running the objective and they're running into the hill, you're going to continue to spawn close to that hill, which is kind of weird for rotation, because if you have 3 people in one area and you die off the hill, you are going to spawn at that next hill, but if 2 or 3 of your teammates get picked off, they're all going to spawn out, and unless you're able to hold that hill long enough for them to get back and complete their dominance again and completely take over that hill, you're going to spawn out with them. Now that is somewhat beneficial as well as somewhat bad in a sense. It does offer for teams that do come in and completely break the hill, it does offer them now the spawns for that hill. Without having to take out an anchor player, they're allowed to just continue to progress toward that hill and just go ahead and focus on the objective. Now, if you set up in the hill and you don't hold off your initial gunfight or those that follow after, you could potentially lose the hill for your team, not even being an anchor player. Sledgehammer is definitely going to need to work on the spawn system a little bit in this, but this game does have the potential to be a really good game, both for public matches and competitive matches. As far as fixing the guns, I do think that the BAL needs either nerfed or the submachine guns need to be boosted up. When you're running more of an objective system and you're trying to run flags or you're trying to push the hill, with this new EXO ability, you're able to move in all kinds of new ways versus how you used to do around the map. So when you're boosting up like I just did there during that gunfight, your BAL is going to annihilate any submachine gun because of the distance that you allow between you and your opponent. Even at close range, just a quick double tap of the A button, letting you boost up on that exo jump, is going to take away the submachine gun's power over the BAL or an assault rifle. The AK-12 is also a very good weapon. I'm not the greatest with it, so I've been kind of sticking with the BAL or the KF5 predominantly. I do really like the KF5. It's very helpful if you do throw the range on it. I can't really remember what that attachment's called right now, but it's basically the long barrel from Black Ops 2. It increases the range of the weapon, and it allows you to take on gunfights against an assault rifle. However, like I said, the BAL just has so much dominance over the submachine guns in this game that it really doesn't allow for an even gunfight. Pretty much in this game, in order to win a gunfight straight up with a submachine gun versus a BAL, you kind of need to beat your opponent from behind. I've noticed that in multiple different times that even though I've had first shot on my opponent and my accuracy is pretty good, I'm still losing those gunfights. I do think that it's because of the damage of the BAL as well as the increased fire rate, but I definitely think that the submachine gun should be boosted up a little bit more, like I said, for those objective players running the flag or for the objective players in the hardpoint. They shouldn't really be getting killed by ARs up close in a one-on-one gunfight. Now, you are going to notice, like I said, in this game that I do die a lot, but granted, my new internet connection is nothing more than a cell phone, so I don't really have the best ping rating all the time. Thankfully, I am still able to play my Xbox, and I am still able to get videos out for you guys, and I definitely look forward to doing this more often. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys off here. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you what I mean by the new rank progression system in this game. But definitely do enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Leave me some comments, some positive feedback, some constructive criticism is always greatly appreciated. Once again, this was your boy Diabolic, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot, guys. Peace!
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint secured. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Enemy UAV above. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Enemy UAV above. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint contested. We're winning this fight. Hardpoint contested. Friendly UAV above. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Enemy care package incoming. Enemy UAV online. Hardpoint contested. Enemy UAV online. Hardpoint contested. Nice work, Sentinel.